Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Friday afternoon. I have the day off thanks to Labor Day. Just trying my best to relax. I think I need some sleep and just to relax and just chill a little bit. So I'm gonna use this. It's a 4 day weekend for me, so I go back to work on Tuesday. So I'm gonna try and take advantage of it. It's the last couple days of summer, but at the same time I want to chill. So I'll try and find like a happy medium between the two. Um, yeah, let's live react to this chapter though. I got spoiled on. I didn't want to say I got spoiled. Spoiled is not gonna be right. Let me actually. You know what? Let me take that back a bit. I think I got spoiled on one thing, which is like Rox and Roger like drinking together, even though they're enemies, kind of like Roger and Whitebeard and all that. So that's gonna be kind of interesting, I guess. And then I did see the cover page, which is like a grave from Moria. So I'm a little confused on that. I mean, why don't just like start with that since yeah. Anyway, One Piece chapter 1158, Rocks versus Harald. Harald. I don't know. Harald. I don't know. Is it say Harald or Harald? I think it's Harald, like Harold, King Harold. So Harald. I'm just gonna call him like that. Or I'm gonna try and stick with that pronunciation. So yeah, there's a grave for Kozuki Moria. Here lies the pirate of justice. So I'm a little confused on this. Like, this is confusing me because we know Kaido and Moria fought in Wano, right? When they were younger. And then this grave, I guess, is for Moria, right? So is the implication that Moria lost that fight with Kaido and Wano? Because I know in the last cover chapter they were saying that there was a pirate here who Kaido just like he smashed him to smithereens or something like that. There was no trace of his body left. So I guess he did that to Moria. I'm not sure. I'm very confused. Like what this is implying. Like first off, it says like Kozuki Moria. So is Moria from Wano and is he a Kozuki person, or is the Gecko Moria that we know just like a what's it called? Like, was he just like a did he just take Moria's name, right? So is there like a real Kozuki Moria? No, I don't want to say like a real Moria, but Moria as we know in One Piece, like the famous or not the famous, but like the one who we know as Moria in One Piece, is he just someone who took the actual Kozuki Moria's name? Like this is like what is confusing me. I wonder like what this is supposed to imply or what this means. So very interesting stuff. But they're in the snowfield, and I think the snowfield, the snow area, I think it's called Ringo or something. I'm forgetting the name, but that's where Kaido or Kuri maybe. That's where Kaido and um, um, Moria fought when they were fighting each other in Wano. I mean, it would kind of explain like how Moria was even able to get into Wano, right? Like that's always been a question because Moria, like Wano, was known for like having those waterfalls and just being like a great natural fortress, which was not accessible, right? I mean, obviously its borders are closed, and eventually at some point, I'm sure Momonosuke will help to open it. So, is Moria always from Wano? Is that what it is? I'm not quite sure. But this is certainly like a. It's very an interesting thing. The fact that he's a Kozuki. That's the crazy part. Anyway, let's read this chapter. I've heard that if you eat lots of oil, it'll help burn fat and lose weight. So I'm glad to eat oil. I think the opposite is true. I think oil is supposed to build fat, from what I heard. Anyway, a certain sea, Roger's ship, the Oro Jackson. Captain, Captain Roger. I heard Shaki opened up a place on Pirate Island. Yeah, the bar on where Rocks and Hajinosu basically. In the age of legendary pirates. Roger with the straw hat. Yep. We know that he was wearing it and that he gave it to Shanks, and then Shanks gave it to Luffy. But now we know she is. Let's go. Doesn't Rocks control Pirate Island? So let's. So like, the thing about Roger's crew is that Oda has always, I think, like faithfully drawn the members. So I think the same people are here. I mean, obviously you see Gaban, and then you see the big Fishman. I think his name is like Blue Marine or something like that. Say, really, is it just me? Or has Roger been in a bad mood ever since you two spoke in his quarters? About Shaki? Maybe Shaki likes him? Shaki likes Rayleigh. What did you discuss? Nothing. I wasn't gonna say anything to the crew, but I figured I should talk to you one on one, Roger. Was this during our last fight with the Kuja pirates? Just before she quit? Huh? Damn, look at Roger's quarters. Do you see dude, look at Roger's room. It's actually, Roger's room is very like ornate actually. It's like a real captain's. You would think like someone like Roger, he's kind of like. But look at that. He has the whiskey. Like, look at the furniture. He has like the map on his wall and everything. And then look at Roger's dad. It's like actually kind of like cultured a little bit. Not, I mean, Roger, I'm sure like had some culture, but I didn't think he would have something like this. This is something more professional, interesting. And look at the damn. He actually got like drapes on his windows and shit. Damn. All right. Shakiyaku did seem off back then, like she was sick or something. Love sickness. I worried she stepped down because of her health, but they're telling me she gave you this during that battle? But you're telling me she gave you this during that battle. Yeah, I was speechless. Is it a rose or something? This can only be described as a love letter. Come and make me yours. And you're not interested? I'd be lying if I said that. I just don't want to be tied down. Well, I do. Ah, damn. Damn, really stole Roger's bitch. Damn. Damn. See, I always said that Rayleigh was always in my top five favorite characters in One Piece, right? So, my favorite character is Ace, second is Law, third is Zoro, fourth is Luffy, and then fifth would be between like Rayleigh or Dragon. But I think, I don't know, man. I think Rayleigh. I might have to go with Rayleigh. I mean, so far I would go Rayleigh. I think so far I would go Rayleigh. But man, come and make me yours, dude. Oh my god, look, listen. If a woman sends you, if you're a man and a woman sends you this letter, dude, your ego straight through the roof, dude. Come on, man, I ain't giving up. Yeah, Roger. Huh? You're energetic all of a sudden, Roger. Pirates live to plunder, and we don't stop till the prize is claimed. Ain't that right, fellas? Is God Valley really going to be Goon Valley? This is going to be crazy, dude. Goon Valley? Is this really what it is? Pirates live to plunder, and we don't stop till the prize is claimed. You're energetic all of a sudden. And then Rayleigh, this is an interesting panel. Rayleigh is like cheerful. So I guess he's happy about Roger like going into like the whole pirate kind of persona, but at the same time like the dot 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 in his head is like, I don't know. Is he still talking about Shaki? Gotta be. Why else would we go to Rocks Island of all places? Everyone's got an equal chance. Okay, so I guess like if they're going to Rox's place, they're gonna do like the thing that I got spoiled on. They're gonna have that party at Shaki's bar. Marks, I'm hungry. Make food. Oh, is that Shanks? Oh no, that's Roger. No, no, no. Who's that? Is that Shanks? No, that's not Shanks. That can't be Shanks. Yeah, no. They found Shanks on God Valley, right? It's already done digging. So Marks is the cook. This is. Oh, no. This is not. Okay, I thought this was Roger or Shanks. No. This is that one guy with the bowler hat. The crew member with the bowler hat. Like the informant or something like that. I'm forgetting his name. Damn. Sometime later, 40 years ago, the holy land of Marijois. Your impatient Garling. The previous competition just ended. I'm aware, but while we were completing another assignment, we briefly stopped at that island. God Valley? It's a non affiliated state, but it has a unique culture. We tried offering them membership in the world government. God's Knight, Figureland family, St. Garling, future elder, yep. But they declined. While their abundant resources would certainly prove valuable for us, we just made an outrageous discovery. It was a completely unexpected find. Okay, so God Valley was complimented for its natural resources before, actually, too. I remember, I think like Sengoku or someone like said that, like when God Valley's name like first came about. Either that or it happened like during like the Kuma flashback where it was mentioned, like their natural abundant resources. And the great one will surely be and the great one will surely be pleased with it, Imu. In 2 years' time, I strongly urge you to hold the next hunt at God Valley. 2 years' time. 2 years, 2 years. That's the 2 years was the duration of the time skip, but in 2 years' time, so 38. So 38 years ago. I mean, that's when Shanks was like 39 or 37, 38. Mihawk? So God Valley was 38 years ago. What? I'm just trying to think. Trying to catch up with the timeline. I'll have to look at the timeline maybe. Like I'll just have to look at the timeline of One Piece. But aside from like Shanks being born, an unexpected find on God Valley. So it's something that can grow and mature. Is it a devil fruit maybe? I don't. I gotta think about this. Hold on. Emu will surely be pleased with it. Huh. I'm just trying to think. Emu will surely be pleased with it. It's got to be something about helping to sink the world, I guess. Right? Because that's or he's trying to flood and sink the world, I guess. But what is he looking for? I mean, we know like the wolf bridges are being built also, like Tequila Wolf and Bourbon Wolf and all that. But I don't know. I'm really stumped. I can't really think about it. I'm not sure. Shaki's ripoff bar, Pirate Island. Get in a single fine line, you idiots. I don't have that kind of money. Come to the back. You can work it off with 2 years of unpaid. 2 years again. 2 years. See, when it comes to 2 years, I'm thinking about like, 3 days, 2 years, like on Luffy's arm, and then like the time skip. So did a time skip happen? Was there a time skip that happened? Like for Luffy and the Star Cruise to get stronger. Is that what this is kind of alluding to? I don't know, because the way Garlic says it, something's gonna like mature, right? 2 years, because like time has to pass, or something has to grow, or something, right? Okay, anyway, I came all the way from the North Blue. I hear you say some. I hear you serve some great whiskey, and that Shaki makes a mean stew. But as soon as they meet a man that doesn't give them the attention that they're getting from all these other men, psychology in mind, set some alarms off, dude. I'm telling you. Here's your top quality whiskey. This looks like the whiskey that Rayleigh was drinking actually when Vegapunk was giving like his message, right? Remember like there was like this whole panel with Rayleigh, and then he's like slumped against like the bar and he's like, let them enjoy this, like don't take out all the fun, Vegapunk, or something like that, right? And I think it was this like similarly looking glass of whiskey that was shown when he was drinking it. Three cheers for our host's poor service. That's pretty funny. What happened, Rocks? I'm kind of sad that satisfied grin isn't for me anymore. The fuck? Big Mom, mama, 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 mama. See? A woman's intuition is a scary thing, huh? Yep. I said it's none of your business. What's going on? It has to be a woman. The guy's grinning like he's expecting a kid. Mom? Oh shit, Blackbeard's mom. Shaki, I've come for you. Yeah, I love Roger. He just damn. It's Mui. It's the Roger Pirates. Get a pick. Get a pick. They just busted in. Oh, Roger. Roger, how many times do I gotta tell you that this is my island? Didn't you hear? Fighting at Shaki's is forbidden. So stuff it, you porcupine. Dude, look at this. Look at this, Roger. Dude, look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit, dude. Look at this, dude. Roger and Zebek like face. Look at that shit, dude. Isn't there a huge line out there? How'd you get in here? Did you wait in it? There's a line I hardly noticed. Drink up, everybody. I can't stand those guys. They're so. Oh, look at Whitebeard and Roger. Put it on Newgate's tab. Nah, leave it on Rox's. Dude, you know it's so funny because like for the longest, like Roger and Whitebeard were like the two rivals, and here you can see Roger and Rox. You know what I'm saying? That's just so like that progression of rivals is so interesting to me. You know what I mean? Damn. Roger, where's Rei-san? I told him to come, but he said he wasn't feeling well, so he's napping on the ship. Yo. Yo. I'm not the one to give game like that, guys, but bro. Rayleigh, oh my god, he's doing everything right to win Shaki's heart. Kia, is that you, Roger? I wanted to see you again so badly, and now let me on your ship. Gua, Gloriosa. Dude, but Roger, dude, I actually kind of think, like, Gloriosa is a little... Is Gloriosa better than Shaki, though? See, the thing is, like, Shaki smokes, right? Like, I don't mind, like, smoking with the girl, but, like, Shaki smokes a lot. You know? Gloriosa, I don't think she smokes. And she's arguably just as pretty. I might go for Gloriosa, dude. I've told you no. I'm not into lovey-dovey women who throw themselves at... Roger. Bro. No, Roger. See, as much as I love Roger, there are things about Roger that just, like, I... keep him down a little bit. But you know what? This is what... So that's how you know that, like, Rouge isn't, like, when he had Ace. I mean, but I'll agree with him. I don't like clingy women either, right? Like... Clingy women once in a while are okay, but that's just for like a hookup and stuff, right? Or like for a situationship. If you want like maybe you know a clingy woman as a wife actually is not even the worst thing, right? But they can't be like overly clingy. But if Shaki asked, it'd be different. That makes no sense. Damn, Raja. I'll pass. Yo, isn't Newgate still here? I want to drink with him. He left. Mama. Damn it, Rayleigh. Why didn't you come? Damn, so he wants to drink with Newgate. Yeah, dog, look at this bromance, dude. I love this. Dog, this is an awesome chapter. Will deliver Bink sake. Whoa. Shaki's fainted. Empress Shaki. I want to take care of her. Let me help. Move it, boys. Keep away from her. I forget that, yeah, Gloriosa is like here also, like Shaki, right? So it's like she takes care of her. Shakiyaku's rules ensured that anyone coming to the island to visit their establishment would be granted safe passage. Even the fiercest of pirates would keep the peace if they crossed paths. But back at sea, all bets were off. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Rocks and Raja. Realm of the Dead, Elbaf. Oomph. Loki breaks a tree. There's Hadruden. Oh shit, is that Harold and Sebek? Oh, they're fighting. Oh no. Dude, Harold is fighting Zebek like this, dude. Bro, we thought that just like they're fuck. I mean, look, Zebek's a giant, right? He's a horn giant, like ancient giant. So of course he's like mad strong, but he's fighting fucking Zebek like this, dude. This is some like Ace and Jinbei shit almost, right? Zebek. Harold, the government's really got you wrapped around their finger. I was torn. Is this really something worth killing your friend over? And in the end, you just bowed down to them. Dumbass, you're being their tool. Yeah, Harold wants peace, though. He wants peace. Is this their answer? They see you giants as nothing but a military asset. You'll all be enslaved as soldiers. What happened to your warrior's pride? Don't you have your own will? Quit talking like you know everything. Our warriors created a history of violence. Elbaf is shackled by it, held back from achieving true peace. You seem to have a good heart, Harold, but a long time ago this country was attacked by giants. Yeah, that kind of fear doesn't fade so easily. Sorry. That's a good lesson. I mean, we kind of saw it with Homing and Doflamingo and Rocinante, right? Like the world nobles, like they incited like all like that fear and like those atrocities and everything, right? So when you have like someone who's trying to make a change, like Homing, and they intentionally bring themselves to the quote unquote like I don't want to say commoners, but like the commoners level, you can see like why people would be wary. Like it's not just like one action like that's gonna do anything, right? You see what I'm saying? And I always think it's the same thing like you see with the Marines, right? Like remember like Isho in what's it called? Isho in Fujitora in fuck what's the name of the damn island? Dressrosa, and he like bowed down and apologized to King Riku. You know, you got to start off with things like that, but just one action like that is not enough. You need like a lot of time to truly like turn things around. Listen, Rocks, no matter how foolish the celestial dragons may be, they still have the influence in the world to bring Elbaf into the loop. Stop it, you cowardly rat. Consider our business closed. You won't be getting another invite from me again. I'm a king. I can't throw away my people's lives by following a villain like you into a losing battle. Wah! There was no true conclusion, but this unorthodox friendship had come to an end. The two would not meet again for some time. Ah, oh, damn. Like like Zebek is not like a the thing is like I've been thinking about this, right? Like what Oda is trying to achieve, like one of the main themes of One Piece, right? Let's go back to chapter 1 and just like the premise of the story, right? Like he opened up with like pirates being quote unquote like the main characters or like showing that pirates can have like a heart and that the Marines were like the opposition of the pirates or like they were the villains of the story. But you see like he's really trying to stress that like there are characters who are posited as villains in the story. There are some cases where they're not truly good or not truly evil, right? And I think you're seeing that with Zebek here, right? Like Zebek's probably not a good person. You see that he hurts kids, you see that he kills people, you see that he's a madman, but you see that he has like some code of honor that you can respect, right? So it's almost like you feel sad like when you see like Zebek's and Harold's faces here. Not until the day of a certain incident. I guess God Valley? More news about rocks. He isn't coming back, Loki. Shut up, you lying hag. Would you like some juice? Okay. God Valley. God Valley. 39 years ago, West Blue. Wah, wah. Aw, two twin boy... Shanks and Garling. Or sorry, Shanks and Shamrock. God Valley. This has got to be Shanks and Shamrock. This has got to be Shanks and Shamrock. This has got to be Shanks and Shamrock. They're so cute. Ah, they've got your red hair. Mm-hmm. I hope that they grow up to be as bright as you. Don't worry, we'll pitch in. We'll pitch in since their daddy is away. Thank you, mister. Have you settled on names for them? This has got to be Shanks and Shamrock. Wait, but these guys are not world nobles. I have some thoughts, but let me scroll down. Shanks and Shamrock. A twin birth. Okay, I was right. Look at Shamrock on the left. They've got your red hair. Thank you, mister. Have you settled on names for them? Shanks and Shamrock. So this is Garling's hoe. So Garling... Wait, so Garling hooked up with the commoner? Really? Garling hooked up with the commoner. So what was I saying? So Garling earlier in this chapter, when he was saying like, we should do a hunt, it was because of the children? Really? But I mean, that's what I guess, right? Or like that's what I was thinking. That could kind of be the only thing, because I knew like Shanks was like 39 years old. I think Mihawk was the same. I mean, then I guess by extension Shamrock also. But really, they've got your red hair. So Garling was, but Garling is so like pure. Like he killed Mosgard because he supported commoners. So why would how could, I mean, did Garling just like impregnate, like is there no love here? He just needed like, maybe Garling just got with this woman because she had like good genes and a good body and all that. Maybe there's no actual like romance or love here. That's what I'm assuming. Oh shit, hold on. Yo. Yo. Okay. No. I'm overreacting, but hold on. Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. No. It's wait. Okay. No way it's possible, right? Okay. Dude, I don't know what it is, right? But as soon as I saw the red hair and everything, you know who I started thinking about? Belle Mare. And I just checked the wiki page. She's 30 years old, so this is 39 years old. Is this like... you think this could be like Belle Mare's older sister or something? That'd be crazy, right? That would be crazy. Right? That would be crazy. Could you imagine Belle Mare being like Shanks' aunt or something? That'd be crazy, right? Anyway, they're so cute and they got your red hair. I hope they grow up to be as bright as you. So, Garling impregnated a woman, a commoner, I guess, on God Valley. So, Shanks and Shamrock were born on God Valley. You know, so this is the thing, right? They were born on God Valley, and it was from a land of abundant natural resources. You know, one line of dialogue that's come into my mind is like, when they were talking about like how Shamrock attacked giants, and they were explaining to Luffy and the crew. Remember, like Luffy said something like Shanks has never talked about like his past like that. Is this really like, I know we're like in the Emperor saga, and like we've seen like flashbacks for like White, or sorry, well we've seen it for Whitebeard, but also for Kaido and Big Mom. Is this like gonna? I think this is like a Shanks arc, right? It's got to be like a Shanks arc. He's just his fingerprints are all over like this, you know. will pitch in since their daddy is away. But the way they're saying it seems like Garling and her have like a good relationship. Look at Shem. He's like, wow. You know, this would be funny. I wonder if Oda was kind of inspired by Devil May Cry with like Dante and Virgil for this. That'd be so interesting, right? I wonder that'd be so cool. Could you imagine if Shanks and Shamrock had a little inspiration from Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry? Do you know how sick that is for me just to say that out loud, dude? Shanks and Shamrock, like I'm not saying they use guns and all that, but Shanks and Shamrock, like Dante and Virgil? Oh, that'd be so sick, dude. Oh, that'd be so sick. That would be so fucking sick. It just reminded me of that for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Shanks and Shamrock, like Dante and Virgil. That's gonna be my thumbnail, I think. Dante and Virgil. Shamrock was born first, though, right? And then it was Shanks. Yeah, so Shamrock would be the Virgil, and then Shanks would be the Dante. Makes sense, does Shanks seems a little more he's more of a lively character than Shamrock, and same thing with Dante and then Virgil, right? Damn. More news about rocks. But there's a treasure on here. So if Garling was talking about Shanks and Shamrock, well, no, is it Shanks and Shamrock? I don't know. I don't know. See, I still don't know. There's got like he said Imu would be pleased. So Imu took control of Gunko. Is Uma was did Garling have boys to create vessels for Imu then? Dude, my mind's like going like I'm just trying to think as far as this as I can. If Imu was able to take over Gunko, did Garling have kids to make them vessels for Imu? Could you imagine Shamrock growing into like the vessel for Imu? That'd be insane, right? Shamrock. So, like you have the Gorosei, who we always thought were like the immediate number ones for Imu, right? And now Saturn is dead, and Garling is the new elder, and I feel like Garling has the most presence as an old. Well, not the most presence, but he's the most importance wise. I feel like he's going to end up being more important than the other remaining Gorosei. But what if even Shamrock overtakes Garling as like Imu's number one? That would be crazy, right? That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. And that's the end of the chapter. And there's no break next week. Damn, this is a great chapter to react to, bro. I loved it. I loved everything about it, dude. They're saying it has a unique culture. We just made they yeah, I don't think it can be Shanks and Shamrock because he's saying that they made an outrageous discovery. It was a completely unexpected find. I'm hoping like the like whoever Garling's woman is, I'm hoping they're not a D, right? I'm hoping they're not a D. That'd be I feel like that's just too if Shanks is I mean, I feel like Oda is the type of person to make Shanks a D, but I don't think he's going to be a D, right? I don't think he's going to be D just cuz like I feel like it'd be too complicated. Like you have a world noble and you're also a D, right? I mean, you had that with like, or technically, Lily, the Nefertaris were not like that, right? They were never actually became like world nobles, right? But still, it was a completely unexpected find, and the Great One will surely be pleased with it. In 2 years' time, I strongly urge you to hold the next hunt at God Valley. Dude, Oda, how are you so good, man? How are you so good, dude? See, Garling's face was shown when they were talking about like who's gonna find the One Piece and everything. that makes me think he's going to be the most important elder when it's all said and done, right? So, Garlic. Shanks' father. That is crazy, dude. Figarland Shanks. I mean, we've been knew that for a second. We've known that ever since like the film Red, like 2022, right? But man, that is crazy. That's dope. I just ended the chapter. Yeah, I'm glad I live reacted. I'm gonna put Dante and Virgil as like the thumbnail. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Wow, that is just like, man, really. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I guess leave thoughts and comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Have a good one. Dante and Virgil for real?